Houston, we got a problem. As you guys can see, this is not supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be in the bin, not underneath it. So anyway, what's the problem? Well, you can see the boot there. It cracked. Cracked actually a couple days ago, but now it just gave way overnight. So, yeah, well, something to clean up on a Saturday morning. Why else, right? Well, just get the auger started and spin as much as we need, at least in there. And the rest will just dump in the commodity shit. This time consuming, I guess, but well. Well, I guess you get the idea. Well, 1,700 something kilos in the mixture. Bin is empty, but now we got this pile to deal with, so start shoveling it in the bucket and put it in the commodity shit. It is what it is. All cleaned up. Got the last little bit here in the bucket. It'll go to the manure pile, because some of it came back alive, because it apparently it got wet over the last couple days. So yeah, well, on to the next project. This is actually gonna be the first time we're using the commodity door on the feed mixer. So let's see how that works. See how much is in there. Yeah, it's a fair chunk in there. Well, see how that goes. Seems to be working pretty slick there. That makes Mike a lot happier. Talking about planning. Just pulled the mixer inside and it starts to rain. So yeah, good timing. It was just too bad since I still got to open up the corn silage valve. But oh well, it'll dry up again. Well, it is Thursday, August, what is it? Let me look it up here on the phone. I think it's August 28th. Yep, there it is. August 28th. About 2:30 or a little after. And as you can see right here in the middle of the cornfield, one we're planning to chop for corn silage. So I just need some advice here from you guys. When do you think this stuff is ready? Yeah, but just gonna pick a random cob here and take that along to the car, peel it open and see what it's like. These outside rows, as you can see, the bottom end is pretty much dying off. But I think it's a different variety because it's about 8 rows that are like that, 8 or 16. And since everything got planted with an 8-row planter, that's probably the reason why. It's had some rain here again this afternoon. So yeah, and it cooled down quite a bit. It's only 17, 18 degrees. So we'll have a look, see what the kernels are like. Plant is still pretty green. At least the yellow starting to dent. So let's have the expert have a say on this. See what they think. There. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but still quite a bit juice in there. Where are you guys? Right there. So yeah, let me know, when is this ready? As you can see, it's starting to dent pretty good. Hold on, turn the camera around the other way. I can see what I'm filming here. So yeah, when is this ready for corn silage? Let me know here in the comments below. And yeah, we'll next week or so we'll close that date off for when you can enter for a little contest here. And maybe you become corn king or corn queen. And yeah. So well, let's say we'll just close this off on September the 5th. Need to have your answers in this video below here, and we'll go from there. Then when we start chopping, the first full day of chopping corn silage, we'll mark that day, and then I'll figure out who has the right answers or not, or the closest to it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below here, and let's go check on some beans yet. Out there in the beans. Here's the field we planted last. As you can see, there's quite a few pods on there. Looks like most of them got 3 in there. And first beans in the far distance, if you look over the whole field, they're starting to color. So same as here. Sun is working against me, I guess. So we should just turn around. Like, leaves are starting to color. And they should all fall off for the guys that don't know it, what soybeans will do. But anyway, the leaves should fall off, and then they gotta dry down. And then you can combine them. So yeah, all in all, doesn't look too bad on this field so far, but we'll know when we take them off. Let's hop across the road to the hayfield yet, and then we'll just call it the day or the week again. Went a couple days camping. As you guys just saw in the video, my brother is gone right now. He's taking a couple days off. Kids are going back to school. Oh, it's just a little commercial here for you guys that like to see it. Little nice window sticker my wife made up. So yeah, kids are going back to school on Tuesday again. Guess it's getting a little windy, but first flowers are starting to appear again for the fourth cut. But there's not a whole lot there since we were lacking the rain there for a bit. But who knows how it's picking up, and then we'll cut it in a couple weeks or in a week, at least before corn silage, I guess. So yeah, leave the comments below what you think for the corn silage when it's ready for our first day of chopping. Because usually what we do, or what we end up doing, is go into the field, see if it's ready in the afternoon, and if it's not ready, well, we'll just park the thing again and we'll wait for a couple more days. So with that, guys, we'll just gonna close this video off, and we'll see you next week. Bye.